And we're back with the third and final segment of how to frame your DIY cold plunge. Quick reminder, printable plans will be available soon. So toss your email in the newsletter link below and you'll get notified when those are ready. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So follow along there for additional tips and tricks. Believe it or not, I had this entire frame wrapped, sided, the top was put on, and I was getting ready to cut the hole to insert the tub in. I was at that point and realized that the design of the framing could be improved. So I stripped everything back down, I backed it up. I'm going to show you exactly the changes that I've made. So you guys here doing this for the first time don't have to go through the same mistakes and frustrations and learns that I did. You'll get it right the first time. Here's what we're going to add. 22-inch posts. We're going to add 3 of them. One centered right here, one centered right there, and then one that we will install later on the back side where the drain is. You'll see why we'll do that later. Some 45-degree cuts with the 2x4. These are 12.5 inches from this tip to this tip, and they will go on each corner right here to help support the tub. Is a 17.25-inch piece in the mechanical area, and that'll go right there. So next up, we will add the 45-degree cuts. Again, these are 12.5 inches tip to tip. And before I get too far ahead of myself here, let's show you how I made these. If you have access to a miter saw, that's going to make your angled cuts a lot easier. After you get all your pieces cut, you need to make sure that you drill the holes the correct way. So set up your pocket hole jig like this and drill 2 holes on each side. If you need to adjust the corners, you can shave off a little bit with the miter saw. What you want is, as you put this in, you want just a little bit of wiggle room here. So you don't have to force your tub in, but it also will stay pretty much in place. So a little bit of wiggle room, secure that back in, and you're good to go. This doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just taking a rough measurement on what center is between the 2 existing uprights and drawing a line as a guide there. I'm only installing the 22-inch upright on the front and side of this cold plunge. The 22-inch post for the back will be installed after we put in the drain on the stock tank itself. I'm taking a measurement of 18 inches here, but again, this doesn't need to be perfect, but you may as well get it as close as you can. Next, we'll add this additional piece into the mechanical area, and I'm not even going to take a measurement here. I'm just going to hammer it roughly into what I see as center with the naked eye. The last bit of framing for now will be this piece that's roughly 25.75 inch. You'll want to make sure you measure in between these 2 posts to be sure it is 3.25 inches down where you'll want the top of this board to fit. So we're going to attach that with pocket hole screws and we'll be done with framing for now. Now we'll fit the 100-gallon stock tank in and just make sure that everything is lining up how we want it to. When inserted, you should have this gap between the lip of the tank and the top of your frame. And you should have a little bit of wiggle room back and forth. And that's it. Aside from one 22-inch upright that we will install later, your framing is complete. Next, we will wrap this frame with a moisture barrier and continue the project. As always, if you found this video helpful, please follow me on all my different social channels, join the private Facebook group, and drop any questions and comments down below. I also send out exclusive content to my email subscribers, so join in on the newsletter if you're interested in that.